Monsters in anime appear in a wide variety of shapes and forms, from small cute rabbits to horrifying dragons. They are always ready to attack and kill. But of course, there are our favorite monster slayers who hunt and kill those creatures for different reasons. Some just want to help. Others do it for money and fame, while some do it just for fun or revenge. So, for today's video, we'll be looking at some of the most powerful monster slayers in anime. We start our list with Kirito from Sword Art Online. Using his self-made PC with octa-core CPU at 24 GHz, Kirito had slain hundreds of monsters as a beta tester even before the official launch of the game. After obtaining a rare coat called the Coat of Midnight from a boss drop, all of his clothes became mostly black in color. Later, he became known as the Black Swordsman. His primary weapon in Sword Art Online is a single-handed sword that was a product of a drop from the boss on the 50th floor. Later on, he acquires a second blade called the Dark Repulsor that was made by his blacksmith friend. After spending more than 2 years in the game, he managed to level up both one-handed skill and dual blade skill to their maximum level. Aside from killing monsters, Kirito loves to go fishing and likes to spend time to hone his fishing skills. Naofumi from the Rising of the Shield Hero. How do you change a positive and trustworthy otaku into one that is distrustful, cynical, and spiteful towards the world? Well, the answer is straightforward. Summon him to your world, tell him that he's one of the 4 heroes that will save the world, and then immediately betray him and call him a rapist. Naofumi is one of the 4 summoned heroes, the Shield Hero. The armor he wears is called the Barbarian Armor, and he is always equipped with his legendary shield, which grants him great defensive powers. Although the shield serves for mainly defensive purposes, only Naofumi has some amazing skills that allow him to use his shield for offensive attacks. For example, he can gather enemies' projectiles out of the air and throw them back with explosive end results. One of my favorite Naofumi skills is referred to as the Iron Maiden, which is actually a torturing device used during the 19th century. Erza from Fairy Tail. Erza is an S-class mage of the Fairy Tail Guild. At first glance, she looks cold and strict, often criticizing the bad behavior of her guild members, mostly Natsu and Gray. But under that strict and cold personality, she has a warm and gentle heart. Erza has some amazing abilities. She is able to swap weapons, armor, and clothes at will, and has over 100 different types of armor, and over 200 different types of weapons. Her skills at swordsmanship are the highest caliber, and her sword slashes possess so much force that they are able to slice through metal using only the air pressure from the swings. Consequently, it was no surprise when she single-handedly defeated 100 monsters. Yato from Noragami. Yato is a 1,050-year-old god who is afraid of being forgotten and desires one day to build his own shrine and to be worshipped by the masses. Despite having a goofy and often idiotic personality, Yato can be quite wise and very serious when the situation requires it. He is very skilled in the art of combat, and his skill at swordsmanship is out of this world. By using his Shinki, he is able to exorcise and destroy Ayakashi with ease. Moreover, Yato is a god of many talents, and besides his combat abilities, he is also a skilled tailor and has great drawing skills. Goblin Slayer from Goblin Slayer. No one hates goblins more than the Goblin Slayer. He is an experienced silver-ranked adventurer who only hunts and kills goblins, hence his low adventurer ranking. Goblin Slayer wields a short sword in one hand and has a small shield on the other, which is a perfect combination for combat in tight spaces such as caves. Also, when he doesn't want to get his hands dirty, he uses a longbow to snipe goblins from a distance, with perfect accuracy and sway. For his protection and his appearance, he wears basic leather armor combined with metal plates with chainmail underneath to keep his armor as light as possible. He will use everything at his disposal, from traps to spells, until all the goblins are dead. After years of hard training, he becomes extremely skilled in wielding any bladed weaponry, including short swords, daggers, as well as knives, to slay multiple goblins at once. Lastly, worth to mention, Goblin Slayer possesses great physical strength and can overpower the larger goblins. Levi from Attack on Titan. Now I should really shut up and let you watch Levi cutting titans into pieces, but bear with me just a little bit more. Levi was an underground thug that was arrested by the Survey Corps. After having no other choice but to join them, he becomes the captain of the Special Operations Squad of the Survey Corps. Levi was born on the 25th of December, and by his early 30s, he was already known as humanity's strongest soldier. Levi is good at using the 3D maneuver gear to the point that everyone says he's the best at it. Aside from his amazing strength and speed, he can quickly analyze situations and make the right decisions in the middle of a fight. When fighting a Titan, Levi holds his right sword backhanded with the blade facing out and being behind him. This fighting stance, known as the reverse grip technique, allows him to cut in a circle around him and utilize spinning and other rotating attacks, thus allowing him to maintain incredible speed and agility in the middle of a fight. Leifon from Chromesheld Regios. Formerly a Heaven's Blade wielder, a title that was given to the strongest warriors in the city of Glendon, Leifon was heavily involved in exterminating gigantic monsters. His eternal K amount was so great that simple swords would just burn in his hands. Because of the monstrous amount of K, Leifon can strengthen his body parts, speed up his regeneration, and fight for days without getting tired. Appearance-wise, Leifon may look silly or foolish, but when it comes to protecting his friends, he becomes a beast ready to put his life on the line. I came across this wonderful anime when I was searching for something similar to Attack on Titan, and I was not disappointed. Saitama from One Punch Man. Saitama is one of the coolest, strongest, and most badass characters in anime. By doing 100 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats daily, and then running a distance of 10 kilometers every single day, he was able to break his human limiter and gain a superhuman strength, although nobody believes him. Initially, he was just a hero for fun, but later he registers to be a professional hero for the Hero Association. Capable of moving at incredible speeds and taking out most of his opponents with just a single punch, Saitama faces a self-imposed existential crisis as he is now too powerful to gain any excitement from his fights. Regardless, Saitama is a nice guy and he doesn't even mind whenever someone else takes the credit for all his achievements. However, because of his superhuman strength, whenever there's an incident, he always attracts some weird followers, both friends and foes. So there you have it. Who was your favorite Monster Slayer? Mine was and always will be Goblin Slayer. Leave a like and a sweet comment below to let me know how the video and the edits were. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.